Today I'm demoing a project that I worked on with a team, and we developed a Salesforce organization that was used to track members of a career development program. So what we were doing is tracking member activities, and we were able to track leads who might become members later. We were able to convert those leads into members if they paid their membership fee. We also had the ability to add members manually if desired. We could track members and track their activities, such as their achievements, their status in the program, such as uh, active, inactive, graduated, etc. We also could capture details about the volunteer project that they worked on. We also could track their LinkedIn, Facebook, and Salesforce details, such as their URL and whether they were in Facebook, and then other Salesforce details for the member. And then we were actually able to track their certifications, whether they were admin certified and things like that. And then also we could track whether they had any interviews for jobs and details about their job status, such as if they landed a job, job interviewing, and so forth. We also had the ability to do progress reports on the student, and we also had the ability to have a dashboard which would show the user of this application the status of all the members, whether the members, just different things. I'll show you that in just a second here. All right, so this is a demonstration of the Talent Stacker application. You can see here to start the application or start the application up, what we want to do is select TS member tracking, and that brings us into the application itself. So we've got the first thing you can see on here is a dashboard that gives member status. So the second tab we have here is leads. So you can see if we've got someone who's interested in Talent Stacker, we can select that person. And if they've paid their fee and they want to join Talent Stacker, we can press the convert button and convert them into a member. And then they will become a member that we can service, and they can learn about Salesforce. If we select on members here, you can see a list of all the members that are in the organization, and you can select on them and get into details about the member themselves. You can see just an overall set of details for the member. We collect some just basic information, what their member status is. We've got demographics like their age and marital status, and then their status on study groups if they're in a study group, and when they started the study group. And then if they're part of a Facebook group, if we're part of the Talent Stacker Facebook group, that's tracked here. We get into volunteer project details and job details. If they've landed a job, we've got a checkbox for that. And then another thing that a member can do after they've completed their project is they can volunteer to be a leader of future projects that the students can take. So you can they can be a group leader or a project leader, etc. And you can just mark their status if they become a leader. Just change that status there. If this student is paid for a mock interview, they can have their mock interview recorded, and the recording video is stored right here. We also can track certifications of the member. So if we go into one of these records, we'll go for this student here, we'll select them, and you can see it goes to their status again, and you can see all their details. We've got a tab here for volunteer projects. So this volunteer project, this is the number associated with that project. And then we can see we've got 4 members that participated on this team. The members are all certified, and that gives a project start date and some details like that. Next, we can go into their LinkedIn profile. We don't have any profiles in here right now. Oh, actually we do. Let's see. So we can look at their LinkedIn profiles here, select a member, and that brings us back to our member page. Again, you can see their LinkedIn status. Select on interviews. If you select interviews, you can look at an individual member's status as far as their jobs. So this particular person has a job with Twin Stellar Group. We got their job landed, their hired date, and some job information about that person. So we've got some different job description and detail information about that student. So the next thing we have that we can look at is reports. There's a few different reports we have in here. I'll go to the dashboards and look at the dashboards instead. Those are a little bit more interesting. So our main dashboard is this member information dashboard. And you can see we've just got some details about the different members. We don't have a lot of data in here, so there's not a lot to see yet. But you can see right here we've got members who have been in the program for 150 days, but they haven't gotten a job yet. So that might be somebody that the user would try to work with to try to help them for finding a job. We've gotten some people that are not in a study group. So we'll want to get those people in a study group if we can. That will help them get through the program faster. We've got an achievement tab. So this just collects the main data, which is if a member is certified, they've completed their project, and a job is landed. So this doesn't really show any information per se, other than that the person has completed these 3 key tasks. The last thing I'll discuss in the video here is a task creation that we have. And what that does is if a member is at risk, what will happen is that member will be marked as at risk on their member page. And once that happens, once that record is saved, that will automatically create a task. And the task is assigned to Bradley Rice. And it will show that the member's at risk. It should be with a high priority. And then the due date, which would be 1 day from the day it was established. So Bradley is given 1 day to contact that member. I hope you found this video useful. This is a good demonstration of how Salesforce is used